Hey everybody, it's John Van Tana. If you're watching this, you're probably an author and you want to sell more books, you want to change more lives, but you run into what I call the Amazon wall. You see, there is this black box that Amazon has where it prevents independent authors from being found, from being discovered on Amazon. And what am I talking about? This black box is like the seven back-end keywords. Okay, you show me where Amazon teaches you exactly how to use that. They don't. Why? Because this black box is there to keep the major publishers and their best friends doing really well. But even some people who get traditionally published are still not able to crack this code. And part of it is this, that this right here keeps changing, especially now that AI is involved. Okay. So here over here, let's pretend like this is your audience. Now you read books, right? You're a reader. You love books, right? So you know that every single day, millions of people get on Amazon to find a new book. And as an author, you came over here and you wrote a beautiful book, and this is your book, and you put so much time and energy in it. You're not one of these people like, there's so many people out there nowadays, especially now, that think that they can just put a couple prompts in Chat GPT and it'll create a perfect book. They don't proofread it. They don't even know what's inside of the book. They just want to cut every corner and they think they're going to win. Now, they have this lottery ticket mindset, and it's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. So, but the problem is, as an independent author, you're right here. You're getting blocked. Your readers are being blocked by this algorithm that keeps changing. So last year, I decided that I wanted to quit my very nice day job and I wanted to have more time with my family. So I decided I was going to figure out how to be an independent author. I did a lot of stuff wrong. I've tried all of basically all the advice I've found on YouTube, and it did not make any money. It sounded great, but it didn't make any money. And so then I was like, well, this is stupid. Let's find somebody who's already figured it out and let's do exactly what they did to make the money. So I started buying all the programs and getting all the programs of all the gurus out there. And there's several things I've discovered. Number one is a lot of it, their advice is outdated. You see, the hands of time have changed. And so it worked in 2017, but now it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in 25. It doesn't work in 26, and it definitely isn't going to work in 27. And so that's been frustrating. But I have found some stuff that works really, really well. But here's the thing: everybody agrees on one thing, and that first thing that they all agree on is you have to have book reviews. And so I said, why not create a free community on School where we walk people through how to get reviews? So I took the entire month of August and I busted my hump to figure out how to get reviews. What are the sites that work? What are the ones that do not work? Because if you do not have reviews, what happens is, and you'll see this if you've watched any YouTube videos, people talk about how they'll spend money on Amazon ads, right? They put $1 in and they lose the dollar. The dollar's gone. It gets them $0, right? You understand this. You've watched the videos. I've watched the videos. We know that. Majority of people are losing their rear end. But when you look at their books, how many reviews do they have? Like 5, 2, right? And the problem is, like I was talking about, there's so much AI slop out there that when someone goes to your book, if they can even find it through this wall, right? If they can even find it, there's so much AI garbage out there. Their first assumption is it's a fake book, that it's some kind of AI garbage, that it's some kid in India who doesn't even speak English, who put a couple prompts in ChatGPT and thinks that they're going to be a millionaire tomorrow. And because there's so much of that, like I said, there's 60 million books out there and it grows exponentially every day, especially now with AI. And because there's so much of that, people assume that your book's not real. And so the only way we can get around that is to have reviews. So what I did is I created a free community. I have found there's 4 sites right now that work. Okay. And in the community, I share with you what they are, how to set up your account, how all that works, step by step by step by step. And so you're going to want to join that. The link should be around this video somewhere. It is on School. It is called ARM, and that stands for Author Review Mastery. And so that's all we cover, because once you get yourself some reviews and you prove that it's a legitimate book and you're an actual author, then the only thing that you need is to start running advertisements. Okay. Now, like I said, the reviews I have figured out 100%. Okay, that's done. It took me a while. It took me I would say 6 or 8 weeks to figure it out. And to make sure I did it, I posted a brand new book out there, and I was able to go from 0 to 100 reviews in 30 days. And you can far surpass that. If you go through my free program, you will far surpass that. You could probably get a couple hundred reviews because you won't have to learn all the mistakes that I learned. And I did some stupid stuff just out of ignorance. And so you'll be able to far surpass that if you get in there. And I highly recommend you do. It's free, like seriously. So then the next step you need, once you have that, is you need ads. So right now I am figuring out all the different ads. So we're working on Facebook. We are working on Instagram, obviously. We've even started working on TikTok some. And TikTok is really a different kind of bird. So it is going to take us a little time to figure that out. I know it'll probably take us, like I said, it'll probably take 6 to 8 weeks for each one of these things. But we're doing this, and we're doing Amazon ads and TikTok. So this is where we are starting right now. And so that is a separate group. It is a paid community because this stuff changes all the time. And because I can't figure it all out on my own, and because I'm paying for all these courses that cost thousands of dollars, I said, listen, why don't we take this and let's split it so I can find other authors who are interested in learning this stuff, and I can do the 80-20. So I'll take the course, I'll go step by step by step by step by step. I'll figure the 20% out that gets you the 80% of the results. Everybody's heard of the 80-20, right? So I'll find out what's that one piece, that one tool that really, really works for each one of these gurus. And then we'll combine them and we will make our own community with just the tools that work right now. All right. And so we have a team and we have tools. And I believe if you have a team and you have tools and you have a good attitude, you can accomplish anything. Now, I can provide that, and I can provide this with setting up the community for us. I can't provide the attitude. That's something that's on you. But I believe that you have a good attitude because you're trying to learn. That's why you're here right now. So below this video or beside this video, there's 2 links. There's one for Author Review Mastery. It's completely free. I get in there a lot. I answer questions about reviews because you have to have reviews. It's completely free. Then we have Author Income Mastery, and that's where we are focusing on how do you build your own website, how do you build your own funnel, how do you do your own ad tracking, how do you do the pixel, how do you do all that stuff, step by step by step by step. And as I do it, I video it and I post it on there. And then I continually clean it up and make it cleaner and cleaner so it's more understandable. And the more people ask me questions, the better I'll be able to communicate it and make it easier, because I really believe in this system of tools and teams and attitude. I believe in community. I believe that if we work together, we can accomplish anything. That is what I have, and that is what I'm doing. And I really recommend that you join me on this adventure. I am going to stick with this until I figure it out. And I have made some money. Full disclosure, I have not made $1 million doing this yet. And I will figure this out, period. Okay, so if you want to tag along with me, I really recommend you do. On our community, now obviously the price will go up on our paid community, but right now, if you just do the monthly plan, it's like $2 a day. It's like less than a cup of coffee, right? And if you go all in for the year and you say, hey, look, I know it's not instant success is nonsense. I'm going to plan for the whole year. It's $1 a day. Because I know if I could get people to really commit for a year, if they just show up, right? If they would have that attitude, if we have the tools and I create the school community for the team, right? All they have to do is bring the attitude. And that means just show up consistently and actually try, actually click the button, right? But you're an author. You can do this. You figured out how to write. You figured out how to overcome the blank page. You figured out all these different things. You figured out how to read and write and ride a bike. You can figure out how to make money selling books. It's just finding accurate information. That's been the only problem. That has been the only problem, because in my first year, I've wasted well over 5 figures and deep into 5 figures, to be blunt, on tools and tips and different things that I tried that didn't work. And so when you join that community, I'll walk you through step by step a bunch of things you need to not do to save yourself several $1,000s immediately. And but like I said, if you're just starting out, join the Author Review Mastery Program. It's free. And if you're really committed, you need to join both. You need to get your reviews and you need to learn how to run the ads, because it is not an instant process. It takes weeks and weeks to get all your ads actually working and all that stuff functioning. And I'm total transparency. I'm going to say it will probably take me 90 days to get that whole system to work, because we wanted to create a system that was outside of Amazon. Because if Amazon decides for whatever reason that they want to shut down your account, and if you don't believe me that that happens, you need to look it up on YouTube, because a lot of authors making money randomly have their account shut down by some random bot. And there's no explanation on why, and nobody knows, and you can't talk to a human. So, in addition to figuring out how to run ads to Amazon, we are figuring out a separate system out there so that you're independent and you're not a little baby holding on to Amazon saying, "Don't hurt me," but you're actually independent. You can stand on your own 2 feet and you can make it happen. So that's what we are doing, and that's why you need to join now. Okay, like I said, the prices will go up, but right now it's an amazing price. And like I said, if you commit to a year, it's $1 a day. Like seriously, $1 a day. I'm out there spending thousands and thousands of dollars buying these programs. And if you don't believe me, you can ask my wife. So at any rate, let's do this together. I want you to do this with me. Let's do this as a team. There should be a link also where you can schedule a call with me. If you're serious about joining our paid program, you can do that. If you're not serious about that, don't do it. Okay. Don't waste my time if you're not really serious on doing this. But if you are, yeah, jump on there and let's talk. It's about 15 minutes is all I can give you, because like I said, I got to figure all this stuff out. So, but like I can jump on a call with you for about 15 minutes. We can do that together. We can really hash out a plan. But yeah, I will do that for you because I believe in your dream, and I believe in God, and I believe that God put something in your heart that is amazing and beautiful, and it can change people's life. I think every one of us has had a really dark time in our life, and we could run home and open that book and be pulled away into a magical world where we have friends and we feel strong, and that matters. Every one of us has found something in a book that has inspired us to be a better person. So if you believe that words matter, you need to join us. Like I said, there's 3 links. 1, you can join our free community. 2, you can join the paid community. If you want to jump on a Zoom call with me with your camera on, I don't play games, and I do not like liars, period. So if you want to jump on a Zoom call with me with your camera on, I will do that for 15 minutes, and we can hash out a plan together. I want to help you because I believe if I help people, they will help me. And yeah, I'll see you later. Catch you then.